Greetings survivors and friends, SHADOWFRAX here, and let's get straight into it, shall we? The 4-shot mini crossbow is now on the staging AUXO 2 branch, and so we can get a good look at the stats and functionality as they stand at the moment. Subject to change, of course. It does indeed use standard arrows, not bolts, and therefore works as any other bow or crossy. It takes about 16 seconds to reload fully and supports fractional reloading as well. It also only has one attachment slot and is limited to using the simple and hollow sights at the moment. Compared to the standard crossy, it lacks damage and range, but has a higher rate of fire, naturally, and is fully compatible with the new shields. And as for crafting, it's a default blueprint, workbench level 1, with crafting costs being 150 wood, 200 frags, 4 rope and 2 gears. Expect to see this landing in your arsenal with the primitive update coming very soon on February the 6th. Talking of which, a few more details are taking shape as to exactly what the primitive restrictions will be for servers running the game mode, and as you can see in the F1 menu, weapons and ammo especially will be capped, with only melee, bows and crossbows, eokers, nail guns, water pipes and revolvers being allowed. There are a few other items restricted, including no armoured metal doors or C4, and reportedly pistol ammo, jackhammers and chainsaws will only be found in loot. According to the commits, there will be an increase in workbench tax too, because we all love that. Tier 1 is going up to 10%, Tier 2 to 20% and Tier 3 to 40% tax. Ouch. And the tech trees are going to be rejigged and restricted in line with what will be available. Primitive mode will be devoid of scientists too, and a number of monuments will be taken out, such as the nuclear missile silo, oil rigs, the excavator and underwater labs. There will be no Bradley or cargo ship, and train tunnel entrances will be blocked up. We're also, of course, getting lots of new items, as shown already in my other vids, including siege weapons and shields, and incidentally, weapon racks will now let you mount your back slot items like shields and backpacks on them as long as your hands are currently empty, and you can mount and insert ammo into catapults without them needing to be wound up first. Horses continue to become even more refined animals, with some basic tree avoidance being added this week, which makes it less hazardous when galloping through a forest, although there are still limits, of course. Horses will now also add 50% comfort, and you'll be able to pull them when leading them, which should help you get them out of some sticky situations. Swamps of Sadness not included. There's a medieval DLC coming naturally, which as shown previously will include knight armor skins for the coffee can helmet and road sign armor pieces. Also included will be a medieval barricade, which has now been adjusted to have the same stats as the barbed barricade, which is in turn having rope removed from its crafting recipe. And in the commits just today, it looks like there'll be a medieval assault rifle skin too, complete with gemstones. Misses. And if you're still desperate to spend all that spare money you have lying around, there are some other items arriving soon, including a snake mask, because Year of the Snake, which naturally means next year is the year in which we finally get that horse mask. And according to the commits, there will be some themed wallpaper to go along with that, and I can also show you a sneak peek of these decorative wall frame inserts that are being worked on too. So you will soon finally be able to make that restaurant. In other changes, there are a metric ton of convars being added to support primitive servers and tweak all sorts of things, and I'm going to try to get them all together in one place for you when I can collate a full list. But this week, for instance, there are some to turn off scientist spawns completely, or just for junk piles, and to control whether a rowboat or rib will spawn on the back of the cargo ship. In other news, if you haven't seen it, Reshade is now officially banned, and to quote Facepunch, link in the description, "This decision was made to ensure fair gameplay. Reshade can provide players with significant advantages, such as enhancing visibility in low-light environments or altering the game's graphics in ways that may give some players an unfair advantage. By prohibiting its use, Rust aims to create a more level playing field for all players and adhere to our anti-cheat terms of service." So there, let me know what you think to that in the comments, please. As mentioned last week, new graphics options are being toyed with, including NVIDIA DLAA over on the main staging branch at the moment, and it looks like this should be shipping next month, all being well, along with a number of other new graphics options. As mentioned last week, armor slots are a new mechanic coming soon. Armor will include a random number of slots when crafted between 0 and 3, and you'll be able to insert special plates into these, including oh so healthy asbestos and lead, to provide additional resistances. The team are also working on full server demo support, which basically means demos will be able to record absolutely everything on a server. Over to works in progress now, and further afield, the team's still reworking Scientist AI with improvements this week to peaking. There's a blowpipe and a boomerang in the works. As mentioned last week, there's a hopper for storage boxes coming, which will suck up up any dropped items in a 1.5 meter radius, apart from through walls, of course. There's news of new Adobe high wall and gate skins, and of course the jungle biome, with more work this week being done on a tiger and a crocodile. Apart from that, the other incredibly exciting thing happening is work on Cooking 2.0, which it looks like will expand the role of chickens, with a chicken coop, as shown in a recent Hack Week. This will lead to a new ingredient, an egg. And in fact, according to the commit, chickens will have a 50% chance to drop an egg when damaged, which I take to mean you'll be able to literally thump eggs out of them. Along with this, food will soon start spoiling over time, and fridges, which will need to be powered, will prevent spoilage. There's also going to be a new cooking workbench for crafting food, and I thought Facepunch would hold out until the bitter end before adding pies, and probably make it so you'd only be able to make stuff like pancakes or something stupid. But lo and behold, a chicken pie test item's being added. Praise be! This may finally be the year. Let's hope it's all pies from here on in and Rust can finally achieve its true potential. In the meantime, there is kind of an official pie in Rust. Technically you can't eat it, I suppose, but if you'd like to try, I can help you. It does only grant debuffs though. Right, that's the main news until next week, so do stay tuned and leave a like, comment and sub to the channel if you'd be so very kind. You can stay up to date with me in all the usual places, including my Steam group, and support me here with Patreon, YouTube memberships and super thanks. All the links are below. I shall catch you all soon, but in the meantime, keep calm and stay rusty. Cheerio. Praise be!